My name is Ahmad Faiz Sultan, and this is my submission for class action research midterm test. So the first question is, what is the importance of of holding class action research? So from many resources that I found, I take a conclusion that CAR or class action research is as important for the teacher as much as for the class. Why I say the class? Because the class does not only contain student, but the environment itself is basically part of the class. So I will say to improve the class, CAR is as important to the researcher, to the teacher, as much as the class. Why? Because it improves teacher professionally. And the second is for teacher also, it helps teacher, especially the new ones, to get the grasp of the class dynamic. And for the class, it improves the quality of learners as CAR tries to fix a problem that exists in the first place. So the second question is, what differs between CAR and non-CAR? So I will show a chart here. So the first one is teacher as researcher for CAR, and non-CAR, the teacher is done by outsider, not the teacher himself or herself. The second one is sample could be non-representative. And non-CAR, the sample is strictly representative. Why so? Because the purpose of CAR itself is to fix a specific environment, specific class. So the researcher first does the initial observation to find the problem to a specific class, and then try to fix that problem in that specific class. So it is not acceptable for non-CAR research, because the sample should be randomized, or at least representative of the whole population. And the third, the purpose of CAR is to directly fix occurring problem in a class, and then non-CAR is indirectly fixing learning problem in general instead of being specific. So it comes back to the previous point, point number 2, that the purpose of CAR itself is to fix a specific area or specific chamber, let's say chamber. Number 4, the main outcome is improving the quality of learning and specific chamber or area or environment. And non-CAR is the result is less specific in improving quality of learning. So the last is it uses cycles. CAR uses cycle, and then non-CAR, it's linear, meaning that after doing a research, we do another research. It can be repeated 2 or 3 or 4 times. So, but in non-CARs, usually we do the research once without a cycle. And then number 3, what's the function and purpose in holding observation, initial observation, before doing research in CAR? So the main purpose of CAR is to fix occurring problem. The initial observation is done to identify what problem exists in the learning scenario. And then number 4, how is car health? So basically, we have several steps. The first one is planning, and then the acting, and then the observing and reflection. That is the first cycle. If after reflection we do, and we should do the second cycle, we do again planning and acting and observing, and then reflection again. But if it is necessary to do a third cycle, you can also do the third cycle exactly like the previous cycle. Number 5, how do you choose the previous study that fits into your research? So like any research, the existing research should be at least close to what we are researching. For example, if we are trying to improve listening in specific class, the previous study we take should be about listening. It is funny that if we try to improve listening, but we took the study from speaking, it doesn't fit. And let's say we want to use a specific media, let's say TikTok here, because TikTok is now very relevant. We should look for the study that also use TikTok, or at least something similar like IG or YouTube short, something like that. So we should look for previous researches that close to our current research. Thank you very much.